Okay, great. So let's start up on our feet, and if you have your resistance band handy, we will be using that tonight. Okay, so just our usual posture checks from this standing position. So get your feet hip width apart, knees not locked, pelvis into neutral, and shoulders rolled back and down. Then let's take a couple of nice deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, contracting belly button inwards with the exhale. Couple more. Good, one more, nice deep breath. Just getting yourself ready for the class. Lovely, and then let's just take a moment to stretch out the neck and the shoulders. Quite often at this time of year we can start to carry tension from both the cold and just from all of our extra tasks that we have to do. So if you just drop your ear down towards the shoulder, doesn't matter what side you start on. I haven't got much movement. I have a shoulder tightness today, stopping my movement a wee bit. And then come up and over to the other side. Ear down towards your shoulder. Lovely. Then just looking over each shoulder, feeling the stretch in other parts of your neck. More down sort of the center part of your neck. And then looking over the other shoulder. Lovely. And then just a couple of nice backwards rolls of your shoulders. Lovely. Then just rocking backwards and forwards onto tiptoes and then rocking back onto your heels. Lovely. And then just alternating, so we're bending the knees, so just coming up onto your tiptoes on one side and then the other. Just bringing a little bit of movement into the body. I can see somebody trying to get in now. There we go. I'll just wait here a wee minute so I can mute you, Alison. Or your screen will keep popping up for everybody else, I think. Hi. Oh, I can't find an option to press mute on your... There we go. I don't know. I can't find an option to mute you. There we go. Sorry, ladies, a little pause here. Just keep moving your feet onto your tiptoes and your heels. There we are, you're muted now. I just can't see you, but hopefully your video will come up. Lovely, then do some nice big circles of the arms just with your feet flat on the floor, and then circle back. Good, moving with your breath, breathing in on the way up and breathing out on the way down. Good, and then with nice looseness in the legs and in the knees, just a little sort of loose twist around, wrapping the arms around your middle. Bending the knee and lifting the heel off as you twist around to each side. And then coming back into the center, taking a nice breath in. And then on your exhale, we come down into our roll down. Feeling a lovely stretch across the spine. Breathe in at the bottom and breathe out to lift yourself back up. And shoulders back. Okay, now, if you can pick up your resistance band and just hold on to it fairly wide. We're going to start off with some nice up and overs. Okay, so starting off, holding on to the ends of the band with the band down in front of your legs. And then on your inhale, lift the arms up and then pull the band apart, breathing out and bring the band down behind you. Then breathe in, lift back up and breathe out, down. Now, if this breath is too much in and out, you can just move, do one full movement on one breath, if that makes sense. So breathe in as you lift up and over, and then breathe out, coming up and back. Just whichever works best for you. In and out, in and out, or in and then out. The purpose really is just to try and connect body movement and breath and just help you to really focus on your breathing and on your body. Good. Now, what you might like to do is just try holding a little closer, just so you get a wee bit more of a stretch and a wee bit more of a pull. So giving yourself slightly less elastic. Breathing in, pull apart and down, and breathing in and down. So you adjust as you need. What we don't want now is that you start to, have to really twist and pull. You want it to be nice and smooth where you can stay standing nice and upright, but you feel a really lovely stretch right across from the underarms across your whole chest. Good. And one more. And down. Brilliant. It's a great way to really open us up and get those shoulders nicely back and down. Okay, now if you fold your band over, and we're just going to hold on to it now at shoulder width. Keeping tension on the band for as long as you can manage, okay? That just helps to strengthen up your shoulders. But if you need a wee break from that, if your arms or shoulders get too sore, just ease off or drop the band altogether if you're finding it too much. Okay, so nice breath in, lifting the arms up, bring the biceps up beside the ears. And then on your out breath, lower down, bring the head forwards and come into a nice forward roll down. Keeping the arms shoulder width, breathe in at the bottom. And then breathe out, curl yourself back up. Breathe in, lifting the arms into a small back extension, just arching slightly back if it feels okay. And then roll down and forwards again. Keep pulling the band, keeping your arms at shoulder width. Breathe in, breathe out. Curl yourself back to upright. Inhale, lift the arms. Slight back extension. Exhale, round and forwards. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, last one. Exhale, round and down. And then just bring yourself up to stand. Good. Okay, now click your heels together. So you're standing in the Pilates V, toes apart, heels together, and really squeeze your thighs in towards each other. Now lift the arms up to chest height, so not too high, we don't want to scrunch the shoulders up, just to chest height, and keep those shoulders down away from your ears. We're going into a little spine twist. So take your breath in, and then on the exhale, twist over to the right hand side, keeping your gaze on the center of that band. Breathe in, sliding through the center, and then breathe out, twist over to the other side, to the left. Breathe in through the middle, breathe out to the side. Keep your hip bones facing to the front, so keep squeezing glutes and squeezing inner thighs together, breathing in through the center. Just move with your own breath, out to the side, into the middle. And keeping tension on the band, so as if you're really pulling the arms around to each side. As you start to maybe get a wee bit tired, just check in with those shoulders. Make sure that they're not starting to creep up towards the ears. Good, we'll do one more to each side. Not forgetting to squeeze glutes and squeeze inner thighs together. Lovely. And then just relax for a moment. Relax the arms and bring your feet back to that shoulder width distance with the feet parallel and toes pointing towards the front. Good. Okay, then lift the arms up, still holding onto the band. Lift the arms up overhead, watching your shoulders, keeping them down. Good. Okay, now breathe in, lean over to the right. And then exhale, drawing belly button in, come back to the middle. Breathe in, lean to the left. And exhale, core tight. Pull the arms back to the center, shoulders remain down. Breathe in to the right, breathe out. Feel all the core muscles helping to pull the body back to the center. Breathe in to the left, and breathe out through the middle. Keep on going. So good for the obliques and all your core muscles. Keep tension on the band, space between shoulders and ears. Really using the Pilates exhale and contraction inwards of the belly button to help safely bring your body back into the center. Good. Good, one more to each side. Breathe in and out. Shoulders down. Breathe in and out. Shoulders down. Good. Relax the arms. All right, we're going to come down now onto a high kneeling position. So just roll yourself down onto the floor and then bring your knees down. Now, if you need extra padding, feel free to go and get a wee towel or double over your mat or something just to protect the kneecaps. And then we're going to open up the band fully again and repeat what we did from standing, just to see how things feel different in different positions, okay? So we want the glutes to be switched on to help keep us in this upright position. You'll also be using your quads and your core. Okay, so up and overs. On your inhale, lift the band up. Exhale, down behind you. Inhale, lift up. and exhale down. Or as before with standing, just breathe in and out. Just whichever breathing rhythm feels best for you. Sometimes if I'm asking you to breathe in and out too much, it can almost feel a wee bit hyperventilating. So feel free just to breathe in whatever way feels really good for you when we're doing these kind of sweeping movements especially. Good, up and over. And remember, you're in control of how challenging this is. If you want extra challenge, you just hold the band, closer together so you have less elastic between the hands. So you have to pull a bit harder to get it up and over, but we don't want this happening. So there I went a wee bit too tight. Good. But our shoulders are going to feel so lovely after all of these. Good. And last one, up. And back. Lovely. Okay, then again, double the band over, holding onto it, chest height, shoulder width. Now bring your knees together if they were apart. So again, we have our glutes squeezing, we have our inner thighs pressing in towards each other. So our whole lower body is really anchored down. We're going back into our spine twist. Breathe in, prepare, or no, breathe in. Yeah, breathe in, prepare. And then on your exhale, twist over to the right. Good. Breathe in through the center and then breathe out on the twist. Great. Come back through the middle and out. Keeping those shoulders down, away from the ears. Keep squeezing your glutes and your thighs together. Hip bones facing the front. Lovely. Good. Exhale, going round as far as you can, keeping tension on the band. One more to each side. Back to the middle and relax for a moment. Give those arms and shoulders a little rest. Okay, then take the legs a little bit apart again, so we don't have that extreme squeeze. And then lift the arms up again, biceps beside the ears, but down, shoulders down from your ear, down from the ears. Can't speak this evening. And then breathe in, lean over to the right, and breathe out, drawing core in, come back up into the center. Breathe in over to the left, and breathe out, back into the center. Lovely, keep on going. Shoulders down, check in each time you come back into the middle. Good. Shoulders down. I'm talking to myself as much as you. Good. One more to each side. Lovely. Drop the arms down and just sit back, bum onto your heels for a moment. And then bring yourself into a position where you're able to come into a nice Child's pose, just to stretch out that lower back a little bit. So bringing forehead down onto the floor and really reaching forwards with those hands. So trying to be kind of active in this stretch with the arms. If that feels too much on the shoulders, just relax. Let your elbows rest on the floor as well. Just whichever feels most beneficial to you. Good. Then coming up onto all fours. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. So a little bit of cat-cow just to mobilize our spine in this position. So breathing in, push the belly down, push the tailbone up. And then breathe out, tuck the tailbone under, arch up across your shoulders, and look back towards the knees and your thighs. Good, breathe in. And breathe out. Two more, breathing in, getting as much kind of flex and stretch of the spine as you can. Breathe in and out. And then coming to a nice flat back position. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of thread the needle, but with a side stretch and upward reach first, okay? So if you take your left hand and just lift it up and reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Now, if you can only reach to the wall, that's okay. You're just trying to lift it up as far as you can and look up towards your fingertips. Now from here, breathing in, and then on your exhale, bring the back of your hand to the floor and slide it through, bending your right elbow. Try and bring that left shoulder down towards the floor. And stretch as far as you can, feeling a lovely stretch across that left shoulder blade. Staying with this left side, breathing in, coming all the way up, reaching up, and out, sliding through. Breathe in, coming up, reaching up, and out, sliding through. Two more of these. Breathe in, reach up, just as far as you can. Breathe out, slide through. Last one, breathe in, reach up. And breathe out, slide through. Lovely. Just take a wee moment, pushing back, bum onto heels. Stretch it out. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Okay, so hands under shoulders, knees under hips again. This time we move with the right arm, so breathing in, lift your right hand and arm up towards the ceiling. And then breathing out, slide your right hand through, bringing your right shoulder to the floor, head to the floor. Good, breathe in, reach that right arm up. And breathe out, slide through. Breathe in. And out. Two more. See if you can stretch a little bit further each time, using the floor to kind of pull and allow you to really, really stretch over your shoulders. Last one, reaching up and sliding through. Lovely. And then one last time, just pushing back, bum to heels, stretching the arms forwards, or just relaxing the arms, just whichever you need. Brilliant. Okay, now we're going to come into a nice seated position. And if you can get your band again. So we're going to come back to these up and overs with the band, just from another different position. Okay, so if you need to sit up on a little block, then that's okay. Otherwise, just sit down on the floor with your legs as straight as you can manage. If you need a wee bend in the knees, that's totally fine as well. Okay, so holding on to the ends of your band, we go with the breath. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathe out, take the arms back, tapping knuckles to the ground if you can manage. Feel that lovely squeeze together of your shoulder blades. And then lift back up. And bring the band down to rest on the legs, on the knees. So again, moving with your breath, breathe in and out. Then breathe in to lift and out to lower. Or the longer breath, breathe in, up and over, and then breathe out, up and over. You choose what feels good for you. And it might be different on each go, just depending on how breathy you're feeling. So don't worry, just try and be aware. That's what so much of this is. It's just about tuning in and being fully aware of all the little things that your body is doing. And we don't always need to know the answers why, we just sometimes it's nice just to notice what's happening. Good, we'll do 2 more of these. Good, last one. Okay, now these next few exercises we can do with the band. We're going to bring the band up to rest across the shoulder blades with the arms extended. Now I know this can get quite intense, so if it does feel too much, just forget about the band and you can either keep your arms stretched out or even just cross your arms across your chest, okay? But I'll show you with the band, but just know that you can drop the band if you need to. All right, so lift the band up and then lower it down. If you have one of these loopy ones like me, it's quite nice to just sort of loop your thumbs through the end. Or if you have one of the sort of elasticy ones, you can just hold on right onto the end and just rest across the shoulder blades. Now, keeping the arms extended, feet, if possible, flexed in, so your legs again are nicely anchored. Take a breath in. And then on your out breath, twist over to the right hand side. And then breathe in. Coming back to the center. Breathe out, twist to the left. So if you kind of imagine that your band is a broom handle or something, you know, so you've got something really stiff and you're trying not to change the position of your arms. So keep them down away from the ears. So it's about now that I really start to feel this, because this is these red bands are quite tight. So if you're finding the same problem, feel free to drop the band, stick with the arms stretched out, or just cross your arms across your chest, but keep going with this twisting of your spine. Good. One more to each side. Brilliant. Oh, I couldn't speak for the end ones there. Okay, now just bring the band back up and over and just give the shoulders a nice wee roll. All right. Now we're going to bend the knees and still with our band if possible. So if you bend your knees, feet are flat at the end of your mat. And we're going to hold the band at our shoulder width distance. It's got all tangled. Yeah, so hold the band at shoulder width with a little bit of tension if your arms can take any more. If they can't, just abandon the band, okay? There's no extra points. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, take your breath in, and then on the out breath, lead with the pelvis, draw the belly button in, come into a nice half roll back. Now as you breathe in, lift the arms up, biceps beside the ears. Feel all those core muscles working. Then as you exhale, we lower the arms and sit back up. Breathe in as you straighten the spine and restack. Exhale, round, lower down. Breathe in, lift the arms. Breathe out, lower the arms, sit yourself back up. Breathe in, restack and straighten. Excellent, keep on going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Good. A few more. Good. Restacking in between, shoulders down. Keep tension on the band if you can. Good. We're going to do 3 more. Exhale back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, restack. Good. Rounding, chin drawing into the chest. Use the core. Keep drawing the belly button inwards on your exhale. Last one. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower the arms and sit back up. Lovely. Okay, put the band away. And we're going to roll down onto our back, ready for some nice shoulder bridge. So arms stretched out or in behind the knees if you need. On your exhale, lower your spine down onto the floor. And then feel how lovely it is just to let your back and your shoulders and head rest down onto the floor. Now, make sure you have enough room behind you to take the arms up and over, if possible. Okay, so shimmying down to the end of your mat if needed. Let's just check that we have our pelvis in neutral to begin with. So we can tilt back and release, tilt back, release, and just allowing ourselves that nice little lightness in the bottom of your spine, back of the ribs connected. Okay, hands resting down on the floor, either side of the body. Take a breath in. Then on your exhale, tilt the pelvis back, lift the glutes, feel the glutes squeeze into action, lift your lower spine, lift your upper or middle spine off the floor. Now as your hips are here, we're going to take a breath in, lifting the arms up overhead, bringing the backs of the hands to the floor or towards the floor. And then exhale, lower the arms back down as you lower the spine, middle section, lower section, and lastly your glutes. Breathing in, pelvis in neutral. Exhale, tilt back. Lift,
squeeze the glutes. Breathe in, take the arms up. And then exhale, lower the arms, lower your spine. And release, pelvis to neutral. And again, exhale, tilt pelvis back, lift hips, lift spine. Inhale, arms up. Good, and exhale, arms lower, spine lowers. And glutes, good. One more, just the same. Exhale, tilt, roll and lift. Squeeze, breathe in, take the arms up. And exhale, lower arms as you lower the spine. Good, now we're going to do 3 sets where we lift the hips up, keep them raised, and do 5 breaths, I'll count them for us, of moving the arms, okay? So nice breath in, and then on your out breath, tilt the pelvis, lift the hips. Now, we're going to keep the hips in this raised position for 5 breaths now. So breathe in, float the arms up. And then breathe out, lower the arms down, but keep your hips up. Good, and again, breathe in, lift arms up. And out, bring the arms down, keeping the hips lifted. Obviously, if you need them lowered before I say, go on ahead. Breathe in, arms up. And breathe out, arms down. 2 more, squeeze into those glutes. Breathe in, lift the arms. And breathe out. Lower the arms, keep squeezing into those glutes. Try not to let the hips drop. Last one, inhale, arms up. And exhale, arms lower. And then lower your spine as well. Good, we're going to do that again. Okay, so nice breath in. And then exhale, tilt, roll, and lift. Good, a nice strong squeeze in the glutes, pressing those hips up towards the ceiling. Now breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, arms down. And again, breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, arms down. 3 more, inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, lowering the arms. 2 more, breathing in, lift. And out, lower. And 1 more breath, lift the arms, up and over. And exhale, lower. And lower your spine. Lower the hips and your glutes. Good, release pelvis to neutral. 1 last round of those. So nice breath in. And then exhale, tilt and lift. Really feeling this in the glutes and hamstrings now. Breathe in, lifting arms up. And breathe out, lowering the arms back down. Good, breathe in, lift up and over. And breathe out, lower. 3 more, breathe in, lift up and over. Breathe out, lower. Good, breathe in, lift. Breathe out, lower. And last one, breathe in, lift up. And breathe out, lower. Lovely, lower your spine down and relax the glutes and hips. Just give those knees a little hug in to the tummy and the chest, just to stretch out both your lower back and the glutes. A little gentle rock from side to side. Good. Now, if you've got your band handy, I'm just going to stretch out the hamstrings a little bit with the assistance of the band. So if you put your right foot into the band and try and have your right leg as straight as possible, your left leg Get into the right position so your left leg is still bent with your foot flat and your knee pointing up to the ceiling. So a little bit of dynamic stretching of the hamstring. Okay, so nice breath in. Then on your out breath, pull that right leg back towards the body. Breathe in, release the leg all the way down towards the floor. Good, breathe out. Use the band, pull the leg back. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, pull back. Breathe in, release. Good, and again. And release. And again. 3 more. Here goes my wee tree. Good, and last one on this last one, just pull it back, hold it there. And pull back again on your exhale. And one more. Exhale, pull back. Lovely. Now let's swap to the left leg. So right knee now bent, right foot flat on the floor. Left leg straight up towards the ceiling with the band around the foot. Breathe in. Then on your exhale, pull that left leg back into the body. Breathe in, release and lower. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, pulling back. Breathe in, release. Good. Breathe out, pull back. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, pull back. Breathe in, release. 3 more. Exhale back. Inhale. Release. Exhale back. Inhale, release. And last one. Exhale, pull back. Hold it here. Exhale, pull further back. One more nice breath. Exhaling, pulling back as far as you can. Brilliant, and release. Take the band off the foot and just roll over from here onto your tummy. Okay, so we're gonna go back to those lovely up and overs, but from this prone position lying on our tummies, okay? So again, if the band doesn't work for you, just forget about the band and just do the movement with the arms, okay? So hopefully, can you see me okay? Maybe I needed to change the position of my, should have done that ages ago. Sorry about that. Okay, so lying on your tummy, arms stretched up. Now, moving again with your breath. So breathe in, prepare, and then on your out breath, lift your head and chest off the floor and take the band back down to touch the thumb. Then breathe in, lift it back and lower. So move with your breath that you need. Okay. If you need a wee exhale, go on ahead. Good. And like I said, if the band doesn't work for you in this position, just do some nice circles with the arms, or similarly, if you find it too difficult to lift yourself off the floor without the assistance of your hands, then I'll just show you what I mean. Just do some nice back extensions, but with your hands on the floor, so you can support yourself a little bit more with the strength of the arms. Just again, you do what works for you and your back. Good, we'll do 2 more of whatever way you're doing. Brilliant. Good. Okay, then just push yourself up onto your hands and your knees, bringing hands underneath shoulders and knees underneath hips again, and just stretch out your back. So pushing up into that lovely cat stretch. And then maybe a little stretch up each side. And then feet together, toes together, knees apart, and just push yourself back, bum down onto your heels. And stretch these arms forwards, again being active in this stretch, so keeping the elbows off the floor and just creeping those hands further forwards. Or if that's too much and your shoulders have just had enough, thank you, you can just put your elbows, rest the elbows down onto the floor, or even just bring the arms down to the side of your body and just relax here for a moment if it's comfortable. Brilliant. Okay, then we're going to come back onto our backs again. So sitting down at the end of your mat, getting ready to roll yourself down onto your back. So either hands in behind the knees or just arms stretched out. Breathe in with a nice straight spine. And then exhale, lower yourself down. And let your head and shoulders come down onto the floor as well. Okay, now bring the arms slightly out to the sides, and we're just going to lift up onto our tiptoes to begin with. And then breathing in, take the legs over to the right. Breathing out, drawing in with your belly button, bringing the knees into the center. And then over to the left on your inhale, and back to the middle on your exhale. Good, one more for everybody with the toes still touching. Right and left. And then those of you who want to, we can lift the legs into our tabletop position and keep on going. So knees to the right on the inhale, and then breathing out, drawing them back to the center. Breathing in, knees over to the left. Exhale, draw them back into the middle. Good, keep on going. Need to go a bit further up my mat, apologies. Lovely. And try and catch up with your, over to the right, I think. Keeping both your shoulders firmly attached to the ground. Good. Now again, those of you who want to, we can add in an extra element. So when you're in the center, if you straighten your right leg and then go over to the right hand side, I don't quite have enough room with this wall, then exhale, back into the center. Switch the legs, left leg straight, right leg bent. Then over to the left hand side. And exhale, back into the middle, switch the legs again. Over to the right. Exhale, into the middle, switch the legs. Over to the left. Exhale, into the center. If you want extra challenge, just keep both your legs straight as you rock from side to side. Now you might not get just as far over, but that's okay. We just want you to keep full control of the upper part of the body. So you can even Lift your fingertips now and put your fingertips up onto your shoulders as a little reminder not to really be pressing down with the hands and to focus on the lovely core muscles, your obliques. Get them to do all the work. Good. Last couple. One more to each side. Brilliant. And relax. Giving the knees a little hug in to the tummy or chest. And just rocking gently from side to side on your spine. Brilliant. Okay, then putting your feet flat down onto the floor. And we're going to lift our hands, bringing the hands in behind the head. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of crisscross crunches and starting with the feet on the floor and then progressing to feet lifted for those who want to. So again, focusing in on our core obliques. Okay, so with hands behind the head and elbows wide, take a breath in. Then on your exhale, we're going to lift our right shoulder off the floor as we twist over to the left-hand side, lifting our left knee in towards our right shoulder and elbow. Breathe in, put everything back down onto the floor. Exhale, repeat on the other side. Left shoulder lifts, right knee comes in towards left shoulder and left elbow. Breathe in and relax everything down. Other side again. Exhale, lift, inhale, rest and release. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up. Just alternating the sides. One more like this each side. Good. And then lifting right knee in, left shoulder. Good. So you can stay like that. Just keep on going. Or we can take it up a level, lifting our legs up into our tabletop position. Hips and knees both at 90 degrees. Then curl your head and shoulders up off the floor. Breathe in. Then on your exhale, twist over to the left, stretching that right leg out long. Good. Breathe in, come back into the middle, but don't rest down. Exhale, twist over to the right, stretching your left leg out long. Breathe in, come back to the middle, but don't rest. Good, keep on going. Come back, twist, come back, twist, come back on the in, twist on the out, back on the in. Good. Put your feet down again if you need to. Good. Two more to each side. Twist and back. Twist and back. One more each side. And back. And back. Lovely. Relax your head and shoulders down. Give those knees a nice little hug in to the tummy. And now, last little thing for those of you who want to. So we're going to bring ourselves up into a seated position. We're going to do a little bit of the rolling like a ball. So again, if anyone is suffering with any neck issues or worried about their back or anything, you might prefer to avoid this one. But anyone who doesn't have any wee niggles or worries, feel free to play around and just enjoy this one, okay? So hands come round to the front of your shins, lift your feet up off the floor, and then just rock back and sit back up. Whoops, try not to let your toes touch. Come back and up. Good. It can feel really nice on your back if you have a nice hard floor. It's almost like a little bit of a massage. Good. Last couple. Well done. And then just rock back and just put your hands onto your knees. So left hand on left knee, right hand on right knee. And we're just going to do these lovely circles that I love so much. Just again, massaging that lower back. So keeping the legs attached together and just doing circles in a clockwise direction first. And then we change direction, moving anti-clockwise. Brilliant. Then if you put your feet flat down onto the floor and just let your legs fall over to the right, landing wherever is comfortable, and just look over your opposite shoulder, look over your left shoulder. If you want an extra twist, you can lift your right hand and just try and grab hold of that left thigh and just pull ever so slightly further around, and you'll feel a bit more of a twist and a stretch. But again, only if you want to. And just try and relax and breathe into it. And then we'll come back through the middle and do that to the other side. So letting your legs fall over to the left, looking over your right shoulder, and then if you want to, you can lift that left hand, pull your right leg in slightly, and just slightly deepen that twist and stretch, but only if you want to. You might prefer just to move much more gently and softly, and that's perfectly fine. Good. Couple more breaths. Lovely, and then gently coming back into the center, just taking a moment to reach the arms up overhead and stretch the legs out long and really make yourself as long as possible, reaching up through your fingertips and down through the tips of your toes. And then just relax the body. You might like to keep the legs straight or bend them, just whichever you prefer. You might like to rest your hands down either side of the body, or you might like to make a connection with the belly and the rib cage as we just finish with our breaths. And again, we aren't trying to change anything about our breaths. We're simply taking a few moments just to notice all the things that go on in our body as we breathe. So you can feel the movement in your belly and in the ribs. As you feel them move closer up into your hands as you breathe in. And then drawing away from the hands as you breathe out. Relaxing your shoulders. Relaxing the feet. Relaxing your jaw. Relaxing your forehead. And just taking a couple more breaths. And then in your own time, with no rush or stress, just coming back into kind of more wakefulness and ready for the rest of your evening or the rest of your day, depending on when you're watching. So thank you very much. I'll hit stop now.